What up, everybody, and welcome to Late Night Live number 114. What up, Jay? How you doing? Good morning to you as well. All right, Late Night Live. We're writing the black paper today. We're going to try to do some specimens for the scrapbook I'm putting together to donate to the I Amp It silent auction in a couple weeks. What up, Oja Swinny? How you doing? What up, Abjeet? Just a disclaimer, I haven't written very much in the past since our last Late Night Live because I was out of town for a bit and I was working for a bit and then it's been busy. I want my white ink to stay in frame. Can it be in frame there? I don't think I can get my whole stirrer in frame. We can put it there. What up, Jay? Nice to see you, man. Oh, let's get warmed up here. Some white writing. Maybe come a little bit closer. A little closer. I'm gonna stay farther away than I normally am though, just because these hairlines won't be nearly as difficult to see as when I use black ink. Lock the focus, we'll see how that works. If we need to change it, we can. What up, Lurker James? How's it going? Hello, Marilyn. Lurker mode, that's fine. What if I went in lurker mode as well? Sorry guys, I'm gonna be in lurker mode tonight. Yay, white on black. Oh, actually, James, I thought of you earlier. Where is it? I wrote something and I was really stoked with the way it came out. I was like, ooh, this kind of looks almost like it could be vintage. And it was not this bee, but there's no stem on it. But this one stroke there, I was very happy with that. To me, that's probably one of the best bee strokes I've ever done, and then the word better afterwards. But I smeared it because I thought the ink was good, and I was testing out if it was good, because I added some gum arabic to my ink. But I did it too soon. But I was very happy with that. That stroke right there. It felt traditional a little bit. Well, and this nib, like writing, this is very, very smooth paper, and this nib isn't quite as fine as some of the ones that I use on black, with black ink. So the like accent shades are there. I don't know, I just sat down and wrote really quickly, and the little accent shade was very nice. Oh, have I never worn this shirt on stream? Yeah, this is the Bad Pylon Michael Jordan shirt. One of my favorites. Oh, all sorts of scripts. Did you get that, the download of the Healy stuff from my website figured out? I didn't look to see if you responded on the Discord yet or not. Not yet? Okay. Yeah, the files themselves, most of them are too big to actually view on Google Docs. You have to download them. Until I have a web server that I can host all those files on, those ones have to live on Google for now. Well, you know, James, I'm not technically allowed to release the IAMPIT scans. Those are not mine to post or give away. All I can do is scan them, give them to IAMPIT, and then they will be releasing them on their website. They are not my property to release, unfortunately. Oh yes, happy 4th of July to all our American peeps in here. I forgot that's today. I totally had forgotten I was walking down the street on Canada Day. I didn't realize it was Canada Day the other day either. Out of touch. $5 a.m. That's hardcore. Well, yeah, I guess the US would be very fireworky already? It's only 9 p.m. Is it dark enough to be it's not dark enough here for fireworks. Yet. Definitely not. Fireworks. Oh yeah, it's a rough time for puppies today. Tonight, I guess. Alright, creating specimens for this scrapbook. I was thinking tonight, since I'm not on lined paper, I was going to try to do some signatures. They won't specifically be like cards. If they're small enough, I maybe cut them into signature cards, but I'm not going to cut the paper before I write. We'll see if I can come up with some nice signatures to put in the scrapbook. Now, I could do some of the traditional ones, but I feel like it would be fun to take some suggestions from you guys. Oh, you want to see them actually go into a scrapbook? Well, I don't physically have the scrapbook that I'm going to be putting them in yet, so that's kind of a problem. That's on my to-do list for this next week. I guess what I could probably do next week, I feel like I want to do like a special, and you guys can tell me, put it in the comments below or put it in the chat right now, cool ideas for next week's stream. Because I want next week to be sort of like a special one, because it's the last stream before convention, because I'll be missing the week after that, because I'll be at convention. So I want to do sort of a special stream next Tuesday before the IAMPIT convention. But yeah, I don't have like a lot of the pieces that I did last week that I want to put in it. I have some pieces that are in my own collection of stuff to go in my own scrapbook that I'll donate some of them to this little IAMPIT one. It's not going to be a huge scrapbook, it's going to be quite small, but I think I'm going to just get I'm going to buy like a mini binder, one of those, was it like not A4, A5? Little binder? A5? Yeah, one of like the half sizes, and fill that with just some pages of pieces, and then people can take them out of that. I wouldn't keep them, it's not going to be like a beautiful scrapbook or anything as far as the binder itself or the book itself. they can take them out and put them in their own collection, or keep them together, I guess. Up to them. Unless I find a nice scrapbook to put them in. But I want it to be mini, because I won't have enough pieces to fill like a whole scrapbook. Oh, that's a fat bee. Fat bee. I'm a fat bee. Oh, one other thing I gotta get in there that I feel like I'll do today, or I'll try to do today. At least one, I gotta try to do some full alphabet runs at some point. E.J. O'Sullivan, yeah, that signature is a doozy. Just getting warmed up. Loosening everything up. So as far as I want to put some, like, let's do tonight. Let's do some like modern names, like your guys's, or if you have just random combinations. Like, I know I've done your guys' names, many of the regulars in here before, but truth be told, I don't remember what I did in the past for certain connections and whatnot, so we could create some. Like, I want to do, for example, I want to try to do this one again. This is a one from my own scrapbook, a W.G. Harris, which uses the same W and G that I use in my own signature, and the whole capitals just finishes with the H is different because I go into a W, but like, that's Gray Harris. I want to get some of the modern penmen and modern cool people in the community have their names in this little scrapbook as well. Well, I'm not gonna do that whole thing, Marilyn. We're doing vintage signatures. These are one or two initials and then the last name, or then the word. So we could potentially do IMMDA. No, I can't do all those. That's too many. I don't know if the 7 shaded O is gonna be nice enough for a scrapbook. Cyril. Is that how I pronounce that? MMD. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, let's plan this out. First, what if we go below and up and around big? Give myself some space so I can cut this out afterwards, if it turns out good. Oh, the D. Nope. Alright, so I have to think of another way. So for this, we'll go into that. Yeah. Your plants died? That's no good. My plants all seem to be pretty healthy. They've kind of gone, they don't like when I'm away, but they like when I'm home. But everybody seems to be pretty good. I posted photos on the Discord, but my other pothos, so this is Ernie here. Can't see him all, but he goes all the way to the roof. His longest vines are probably a good, at least 10 or 11 feet long. And I had another one of those on the other side of my apartment that completely, the vines were super long and beautiful, but up at the pot, I think it got root rot or something while I was away, and a lot of the leaves of the pot were dying, so the pot didn't look very good. And there's no real saving that because it's not going to grow more foliage at the pot. So what I ended up doing was I cut off the whole thing. Every vine, and it looked similar to this one, not quite as full, but every vine got turned into a cutting. So now there's about 100 or so cuttings chilling in front of my window. But most of the plants are good. My night blooming jasmine hasn't bloomed again. I'm hoping it will. But it's not crazy hot here yet. We won't get hot here until closer to August, I imagine. I mean, it's starting to get warm, but not cook the plants hot yet. So hopefully everybody does well over the summertime. I mean, that makes sense. I guess sunflowers like the sun. Do you have air conditioning in your place, James? Of course you do. You live in California. So why are all your outdoor plants? My apartment is very much a forest. There's something in my nip. That works though. Or maybe instead of signature, I'll just do a series of separated words. Do words like plants. I'll cut those out in little cards like they did in the old scrapbook, just random words. Or I'll write some short sentences maybe. I don't know. See if my hand wants to do signatures today. Plants. Magnolia is a beautiful name. You know that you can do calligraphy on the back of a magnolia leaf? They're fuzzy on the back, and you can do calligraphy I mean, I guess you could do a pointed pen. I did it with a broad pen. And everywhere you wrote, it basically takes away the fuzz. And then when you wash off the ink, you have like a debossed design on the back of a magnolia leaf once it's brown. It's fun. I did that in Los Angeles a lot. There was a lot of magnolia leaves in the street I lived on. Yeah, the back is, if they're, like when they go brown, the back is super fuzzy. And the fuzzy side you can write on. And it turns out really cool. It was a random experiment that I did many, many years ago that turned out really cool. I gotta get better at that stroke. Never been good at that one. Fuzzy like a mustache. Don't know what kind of plant that is. Shaving your name into a mustache would be very funny. My mustache doesn't grow nearly thick enough for that. I can't even experiment. I want somebody to do that now. There's a new industry. Calligraphy in shaved into facial hair. Would you call that beardmanship? Hairmanship? Mustachemanship? Oh, there's no O in mustache. Dang it. My inability to spell, I tell you. Calligrastash, I like that. Stem shade sideburns. That asymmetrical shape would be pretty cool. Maybe. None of my facial hair grows in thick enough to do any of that, so I have to leave the experimentation to somebody else. Oh, can you spell it with an O? Is that like a Canadian American thing? Mm. Hello, Rose. How's it going? That's probably a word that I write more than any other. Curiosity. It's a favorite. Tea. Before I forget that I have tea. Hello, Fuzzy. Are you at ballet class again today? I think it was ballet, or was it gymnastics? I feel like it was ballet. Ian's ballet. Fun. What would happen if you went up to everybody in the world and just put, because you know, like we penmanship and knifemanship and all that, we just put manship at the end of everything? What if you just started referring to people's stuff? Like if I went up to a ballerina, it was like, ooh, I love your balletmanship. Would they, how would they respond? Or if like I complimented someone's dancemanship, or somebody was building a house, I'm like, ooh, this is really great house constructionmanship. Just to see what people say. Fill in the blank. Manship. You gotta go. It's gotta be lawyermanship. Gotta have the manship, the MAN in there, or lawyermanship, lawmanship could be that. Boatmanship is a thing that people do say, I think. All this could be just made up in my head, but I feel like it might be a thing. Thanks, Rose. I think I want to try to refine the stash flourish. There should be a better way to do a stash. Where the shade needs to be is different. How would that ending go? Here, we'll design a logo for a mustache company called Stash. Ugh. Weird kink all the time in that bottom left corner. Why? More speed and fluidity. Okay. Shades on the top, then we put the shade on the top of this one. Is that better? That looks like lips though. What does a mustache look like? Oh wait, they go. That is how they go, I guess. Five Nights at Freddy's. No. Ship is a boat, so it's not. So for that one, it'd be boatmanship. Shipman boat? Shipman boat. Calligramanship. I want to make a t-shirt. Sorry, I'm just going back in the chat and reading everybody's things now. I want to make a t-shirt that says, I like your calligramanship. That's what I'm going to say just to annoy everybody who, if anybody ever brings up his penmanship calligraphy or his calligraphy penmanship, I will bring up calligramanship. Calligraphy? Penmanship? Penmanship-a-fee? Penmanafee? Calligraphy. Nope. That doesn't work the other way around. Or it worked, but it doesn't sound good. Calligramanship. Calligraship? Calligramanship? Penafee? Penafee works. I don't know if that's enough of calligraphy. I think we need more calligraphy in there. Your daughters are reading serial killer things now? What have you done, Fuzzy? Ugly eggs again. Let's try that again. Come on! Where'd my hairline go? A long word. It's about calligraphy, so we'll put a quill underneath it. Calligramanship. Nibmanship, that totally works. But I feel like that's for people who... Grind nibs. Inkmanship? Nibmanship could refer to just licorice, I suppose. Excuse me, sir. Do you partake in inkmanship? I'm curious. Inkmanship. What exactly is inkmanship? Is that, well, writing with ink, I guess, right? Or is that making of ink? Inkmanship. Excuse me, sir. Do you study inkmanship at the Inkarian College? The Inkarian Fine Ink College? In the Inkmanship Academy? Or Inkmanship Department? Oh, come on, Sender. You can do better than that. I feel like I'm writing in the wrong place today for some reason. Inkmanship. The buying of pretty inks. Ah, that's... It could be the acquiring of inks. Could be inkmanship. That's the case. I do not partake in inkmanship. I guess my ink accumulates, but not intentionally. The Engrosser Scriptman Company. Oh, lots of fibers. This paper towel. I feel like it's more fibrous than normal. Why is that? Why is that? This is supposed to be fiberless paper towel. It lied to me. Artmanship? I like that. Then if you do art, are you an artman? Are you an artist? No, I'm an artman. Well, I'm gonna start. Yep. Are you a dancer? No, no, no. I'm a danceman. A danceman. Are you a lawyer? No, no, no. I'm a lawman. Yay, lawman. I like lawman. Lawman? I guess it would technically be, if you read the spelling, it would be lawman, but I like saying lawman better. Make less sense, but it's funner. Ooh, that's good, Marilyn. I'm an artman of gastro... What? Gastroenterology. There we go. Gastroenterology. I got lost in there. I am an artman of gastroenterology and MrMGWard. Woof. I can't read today, apparently, either. The chat is very, very small and very, very far from me. I'm glad you all enjoyed that. That's great. This is what we're here for, everybody. Every Tuesday night, Mike will make a fool out of himself with a pen in his hand. Because he is a master of... Here we go. What is he a master of? He is a master of... Oh, we can do better than that. Do lowercase first. He's a master of foolmanship. Tomfoolermanship. Tomfooleryship. Civilization. Shademanship. This chat is out of control today with the manships, and I like it. I'm here for it. Funnymanship. Just need wine. Stillmanship. Winemanship? Wait, what's it called when somebody's a professional winer? They're a sommelier. Oh, sir. How long have you been studying sommeliermanship? Sommelmanship. Sommelier. I could have wrote toolmanship, but I don't call myself a tool. I do call myself a fool, but not a tool. Very well said, Marilyn. Do you partake in grey shadesmanship? Are you a member of the Grey Shade Society? Do you partake in the, I dabble in the occasional, grey shadesmanship. If I'm in the mood, if it strikes me a certain way. Ooh, drunkmanship. Where can we take that? That could also be... How do we fuse inebriation and calligraphy / penmanship? Inebrianmanship. Ooh, that N and M. Inebrianmanship. Mess with the... That will mess with the audiobook reader. Hello, Olivia. Welcome to our, just a bit of sillymanship stream this week. Sillymanship. Oh, that's what you were, is that, somebody wrote sillmanship earlier. Fozzie, you wrote that. Is that because of silly? Is that what you were getting at? Or, no, you wrote stillmanship. Drunk man's hip. Oh, that'd be fun too. Separating the words. Drunk man's hip. Pen man's hip. Penmanship. Pen man's hip. Oh. This right here is a penman's hip. Penman's ship. I like it. Penman's hip. Oops. Penman's hip. That's funny. I keep wanting to write one word after another, and I keep reading more silly ones. I'm getting super distracted. Oh, the breather hole is empty. I'm playing with fire. Never right when your breather hole is empty. It can work sometimes, but it is playing a dangerous game. Oh yeah. I like when teas, I have a very, I'll call it a soft spot. I love, 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 love when the crossing of a T comes out super relaxed and nice. It makes me incredibly happy. Because a lot of times, we go a little too fast, or there's some weird tension in that compound curve for some reason. I don't know why that happens, but it does happen. Oh. There is a word that I'm alluding to it now, but there's a word that Ojaswini has not written yet, and it doesn't surprise, where it surprises me way more than drunkmanship. But now here it comes, now that I've said it. But I'll get ahead of it and say I will not be partaking in it at any time. There it is. Oh, got a kink in that. Why? That's a bummer. A dancerist. Yo, so it just reminded me when you said champions of penmanship. So way back in the day, IAMPE, before I don't remember the time. I believe this was before it was the International Association of Master Penmen, Engrossers, and Teachers of Handwriting. It was just the International Association of Master Penmen and Teachers of Handwriting. And at one point, who did it go to? I believe it went to... oh shoot. Whose scrapbook was it? It was a certificate that went to... not Giard. One of the founding members of Iampith. Oh, come on. DeGeseret. Is it a certificate awarded to DeGeseret? And it's not Master Penman. It's World's Greatest Penman. That was the title that the association gave this one man in, I don't remember the year. But that's so crazy to me. Yeah. It was awarded by Iampith. The World's Greatest Penman. I don't remember the year though. I took a photo of it somewhere. Kinkmanship. No, we will not be sharing any of that. Okay. All right. I have a question for you guys. Curious. What happens if we put this over here? Is this better or worse? Is this weird if it's over there? I'm curious. Because I always write over here and I end up writing behind my name. The way my camera is set up right now so that it's not in the frame. It has to be far this way. Maybe now I won't write in this top corner. It looks like I'm looking at you. Now it... Oh, I guess when I look... Now it looks like I'm looking at you? Is that... I'm watching myself right now, which is kind of fun. That's my writing right there. Right there, pointing down at that little bit. Oh, so this is better? Oh, it could have been like this since day one. I mean, I could put it anywhere. We could put it right here. Right in the middle of the frame. Is that good for everybody? No. We could have it just way down here. Just my neck. Just pointing out saying, hey, hey, hey everybody. Sorry. I'm in a weird mood apparently today. I blame the bowler hat and the bad pylon shirt. I could make myself smaller as well. I remember that was one of James's complaints when I first started the late night lives. My face was way too big for James. So this angle's better. Okay. Interesting. Just because this way I won't write behind my face so much. James is here for the penmanship, not the face. See, like that crossing of the T? Not as smooth as those other ones. Those other ones were very smooth. It's like an ascender. They come out so easy and smooth sometimes, and so not easy and smooth other times. Oh, did you have a dance question? Sorry, I don't ignore things, I just don't see everything. I get distracted, and then by the time I look at the chat again, It's gone way beyond. Where was your dance question, James? I'm scrolling back. Not surprised. Or just when he wrote drunkmanship. Blah blah blah. Mike, I have dance related questions. Oh, you didn't ask your dance related question. You were just waiting for me to acknowledge that you have dance related questions? Oh yeah, see. There we go. I didn't actually ask the questions. Let's hear the question. I was not ignoring you. Not intentionally, anyways. Let's hear your dance-related question, and I'll see if I can have a dance-related answer. You know how some people say they don't dance? Why do you think that is? How would you convince someone to try it? Do you mean like out at a club or a bar? Or like in a class? I'm assuming you mean like out with friends at like a party type of thing. That's a tough one. Because some people some people don't necessarily like dancing at a party. I mean, yes, alcohol definitely helps a little bit, but I guess I don't know how I would convince somebody to try it. If I'm a dancer, so this comes from a different place. Like if I was with a friend who didn't want to dance, they were nervous to dance or something like that, I would take them on the dance floor. I would force them. I wouldn't force them, but I would coax them onto the dance floor if I could. And then I would start with like super simple thing, which is just a two-step, not like a Western two-step, but it's just you just step together, basically. I would just do that with them, and then slowly, as they're doing that, you get them to relax, and it does feel good. But I would make it less about the dance and more about some kind of other experience that we're having on the dance floor. Like I would, as I'm talking to them, like looking them in their eyes, like cool, like follow me, and make them mirror me or something like that. You're just sort of like talking to them when they're out there, and then before you realize it, somebody will just like be dancing, and it can feel good. I think a barrier that happens with dance is people think you have to be good at dance to dance, but it's not like a choreographed or a planned thing. Anything that's movement based when there's music going is technically dancing. So basically just finding a way to get that person into a safe space, or so they feel like they're in a safe space, so they're not nervous to just sort of like let go and see what happens. And this is where like a bit of alcohol can sometimes help. But yeah, they just zone in. Because everybody dances. It's human nature. It's one of the first things babies do when they hear music is move, because it is human nature. So if they don't dance, it's that they've convinced themselves they don't dance. So it's just finding a way to sort of break that barrier. Take the dance out of it and just have it be relaxing and having a good time while there's music playing. Yes, you can, Rose. I don't believe you at all. I do not believe you. Everyone can dance. mean, it's human nature. Everybody loves doing it. We just convince ourselves out of our own nature as we grow. Most people, I think, just say they don't dance. They've decided that they don't. And if they don't want to, that's also something that is fine. I'll be honest. There's a lot of times if I'm out with people at a party or at a dance or something like that, I sometimes just really enjoy just chilling, standing and watching and things like that. I will usually sort of groove as I'm chilling, but that's just in one spot. I don't always feel like dancing. But that's also because, well, like at family occasions and weddings and things like that, the dancer is always somewhat expected to perform or to dance and to do stuff. And sometimes, I don't feel like I want to be a trick monkey. And I like just chilling. Alright, Lewis. Oh, Louis? Can't remember. I think it's Louis. I forget how to pronounce everybody's names every single week because I have a horrible memory. Sorry. Sweet dreams. Hopefully you figure out that Google stuff tomorrow or next time you're trying to look at that stuff. No worries, Fozzie. No need to apologize. I'll be honest with everybody, it's gonna be a short stream tonight. It's hot in my apartment today. My arm is sticky. I got some things to do. So it's not gonna be a crazy late one, but... Ascenders kill me every time. What silly ship are we on? Who knows? I'm just sort of stream of consciousness writing menship words now. Maybe I should try to do a capital run here. That's not how you spell capitals. Dogmanship. Alright, yeah, we're gonna try to do a capital run here real quick. Because I gotta have at least one full run of capitals in this scrapbook. Can't believe my Ampith is only like a week away. No, 2 weeks away. That's bananas. 2 weeks? Something like that. I'm not ready. Not that I really have to do anything to get ready. But I have too many things to do at home right now. What's in my tea? Today's tea is decaf Earl Grey tea with honey is today's concoction. It's pretty much been my go-to most of the time, especially when I'm writing. Alright, full alphabet. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, a small one. That makes things difficult. Ooh, that was a good G. Looks like a treble clef. I like that little ticky thing. Don't let anybody ever tell you that that needs to be drawn in afterwards. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. Let's go to H. Ooh, this is a very tightly spaced alphabet. Ooh. James hasn't spoken since I answered his dance question. I don't think he liked my answer. Hello, Skeet. How you doing? Nice to have you here. Ah, dishes are important. That's like, who else? James, he was in here at the very beginning, and then he left. Or he's writing and not chatting. Maybe he's practicing diligently, perhaps. Oh, that's a word that I have to write. Perhaps maybe. A fun combination of perhaps and maybe. I used to say mayhaps all the time. And then a friend of mine one day was like, they hated it when I said mayhaps. They were like, you might as well say perhaps maybe. That's ridiculous. And then I like that too. If you have many varieties of vintage nibs, should you use them for practicing? I mean, you can technically do whatever you want with vintage nibs. It really depends on the nib itself, the kind of nib it is. Personally, I don't use vintage nibs. It's not because I think they shouldn't be used. I like modern nibs, so I use modern nibs. I never really feel the need to use vintage nibs. If I had like an unlimited supply of a few, like 2 or 3 vintage nibs, kinds of vintage nibs, I would use them, but not really. I like my modern nibs. That being said, I am running low on Hunt 101, so I'm going to be doing a serious stock up at Iampith. Hopefully the ones they have in stock are nice and even and flexy and good. Fingers crossed. Hopefully they feel like the ones I had. There. Full alphabet run. It's not perfect, but it'll fit good in the scrapbook. Oh, what do scrapbooks always have? They have those, like, just one letter all the way across. R, 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 B, 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 B. Maybe I should do a few of those. Since I don't think my hand is going to be into... I was hoping to do signatures tonight, but my hand is not feeling like a signature hand today. Unfortunately. I mean, if you want to use them, you can. Just know when you use them, there's no more left. So if they're one of the more sought after ones, I mean, yeah, you can use them. You don't have to use them. I would periodically, if I was learning penmanship, use one now and again. I would just put one in to see how it feels. But for my like everyday practice, I would use a modern nib usually, and then I would save the other ones for if I want to do like really good work or special work, or it's like saving a pen for if you're writing like a good document or a good poem. You can have a specific pen that you use for like a certain kind of writing potentially. But technically, you can do whatever you want. Was that your plan, Fozzie? Were you gonna dive in and buy in bulk? I'm trying to think of a fun saying. You know that, like, oh, never. What I had in my head wasn't a fun idea, so I'm gonna just stop it right there. I'm not even gonna let it out. Never mind. Well, that's convenient, Marilyn. Oh, they don't sell by 100. Lame. Every nib seller should sell at least by 100. Gross or bust. Messed up. Senders, man. They make or break me. The 22B. So here's... I used a 22B for the first time the other day. Not the first time, but I was actually paying attention to it. I never really used them. Where did it go? It was by my desk. It's here somewhere. There's a 22B and a 56. I was messing with those the other day. But I got it. I think I'm boring. I'm just I'm a Hunt 101 guy. Got my Hunt 101 and it gets the job done. Okay. The 99. I don't even know what the 99 is. Maybe that's what I should do. I could do a series of YouTube videos reviewing and writing with different vintage nibs. I've never done that before. It gives me some content for my actual channel and not just the late night lives. I could do videos, just really quick writing samples with like the 56 and the 22B and the vintage 303, modern 303, so on and so forth. Okay, I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead at 4 S's. I'm not gonna try to do another one. They're not working as well. Uh-oh. Some of my Hunt 101s are... the nib slit is slightly off center, which is normally not a huge issue if I'm sharpening them, because I can sort of even that out if usually one tine is fatter than the other one, which is unfortunate, but not a deal breaker for me in particular, just because I sharpen them. But I would love if they weren't like that. All right. You went to Tim Hortons Donuts? Where did you go to a Tim Hortons, Rose? I actually went to a Tim Hortons twice this week, which is, I never ever go to Tim Hortons. But I was driving back, I had a 4-hour drive the other day, coming back from Kelowna, where I was working last week. And I picked up a tea at Tim Hortons for the road. And then just yesterday? No, day before yesterday, there's an app called Too Good To Go that is where restaurants can sell like old pastries that they can't put in their pastry thing anymore, so leftovers essentially. They sell them for really cheap, and I often buy pizzas off of it because they're good and I like leftover pizza. But for the first time ever, Tim Hortons had it's a random like surprise box. So I went there. It was $4, and you don't know what you're gonna get. You just get a box of stuff, and it was 2 chocolate donuts, a regular glazed donut, 2 plain bagels, a chocolate chip muffin, and a like raisin and bran muffin. It was delicious. They were all delicious, and they didn't taste old. They tasted fresh. They were yummy. It was great. And that food would have gone in the garbage, basically. I didn't finish it all in one sitting, no. I ate I won't lie, the donuts I finished within the few hours after that, after picking them up. And then I had the bagel for breakfast the next morning, and then the muffins were snacks the next day, and the other bagel was a snack later on the next day as well. Yeah, it was great. I love the app. You should check it out. I don't know if they do it in Vegas or in your guys' cities, but it's called Too Good To Go. If you don't mind leftovers, it just saves food from going in the garbage, basically. And it's cheap, which is great. I've said it before, I'm super basic when it comes to food. I do my meal preps, and then if there happens to be a cheap pizza that's right down the street, it's on my walk home from the dance studio, I'll stop and pick up a pizza, and it's yummy. And it's, normally it would be like a $30 pizza, and it's $8. Okay. What's going on? I need new paper towel before I go to my amphitheater. I'm gonna try those blue shop towels. They don't have fibers. Yep, there's still a fiber in there. Penship. Pen shipment. Oh, that's frustrating. When I use black ink, I use a microfiber cloth so this doesn't happen. But when I use white ink, I don't want to use my microfiber cloth. It would be what do you mean dishes? Your dishes do cook or clean themselves, Fuzzy. You have kids. That's what kids are for. Hero, Ian, dishes. Done. You don't have to wash any dishes. I don't mind cooking. Like, I like cooking, but it's the time it takes me away from other things that I'd rather be doing that makes me not like it. Like, I worked in a restaurant. I was a cook in a restaurant for a little bit. I mean, I worked on the deep fryer, so I wasn't making fancy food. But I do enjoy cooking, but it takes time, so that's why I do the meal preps. I do it all at once. My clothes all smell like chicken when I cook. So I feel that, Fozzie. Definitely. Whoa. Weird. Not a fan of how that ended. I don't know how much that I'm writing tonight is scrapbook worthy. That alphabet was, I think. Ugh. Senders, man. They've been my downfall today. Oh, sure. Why don't you all be really nice as senders, just not when I'm actually writing something that matters? Rude. The name of the discount food app that I use is Too Good To Go. I would assume it exists in the States, I don't know. Food. Like the word food or kinds of food? Whoops. Huge ascender. Food. I actually quite like that. That turned out really, really cool. Pick a capital letter. All right. Well, we'll start. Let's just go through it. We'll start with A. I gotta tighten these tines a little bit while you guys write words. Get the loop out. Well, that's valid. Like, you wouldn't be able to do the pizza place that I get stuff from, because it's most of the pizzas except for usually I get there's like 2 slices sometimes from like a veggie pizza or a cheese pizza, but most of it has meat. But somewhere like Tim Hortons you'd be safe, I would guess. Like bakeries and stuff, a lot of bakeries around here do it. I've never got from any of them. The grocery stores do it too. I've literally only got from the pizza place, and then Tim Hortons the other day was the first time doing something else. Ooh, aubergine. I like that. Aubergine. What's going on, times? Aubergine. Oh, whoops. Touchdown too soon. I wasn't ready. Baseline's wonky on me. Would I write like modern penmen? I don't know how to write like Brian. His writing's better than mine. And then to write like Chin, I just have to have perfect descenders. I don't know how to write like Chin. Do I have to grip the pen like Chin too? This is how she grips it, right? Not like so. She's up here like this. I think that's how she does it. Is the thumb underneath? I can't remember. I won't try to write like that real quick. I'd have to study her. No, it's like... Is it like that? I feel like this finger gets involved somehow. In her tripod grip. I don't have nails, so I don't know how to do it. And then... I don't know how to write like Chin. She writes very fast. And really good. I'd have to study her flourishes. I don't know how Shin flourishes. Not like that. I also forgot a C. I should just quit. Yeah, the biggest thing that I would have to get used to to replicate Chin's writing is the size of the shades. every flourish and everything has to be like, she does really fast shade or really heavy shades. I could do that one day. Not going off of memory, I would have some samples of their work and study their work a little bit. Brian, I know, would be a lot tougher for me because his writing is a challenge. And I genuinely don't know how to make my writing look like Brian's. I'm not sure. Hello, Jagrudy. Welcome, welcome. Jin's, I feel like I could potentially replicate the style. Just because her style is very, very specific. It wouldn't look very good, but I could probably replicate it a little bit. I'll put that on the list, James. Should we do that next week? I didn't hear any suggestions for what we should do for the last stream before convention. Luggage packing stream. I don't know. Well, that's Tuesday, and I don't leave until Saturday. I'm not gonna be packing that early. I'll be packing basically Friday night. And then I fly out Saturday at like... I gotta leave home probably at 3 or 4 in the morning. That would be cool. Don't think that's probably gonna happen though. Just because of the financial thing, people paying for convention and stuff like that. As normal, or as usual, I'm gonna try to do... Wait, does anybody know, is George coming to convention this year? I haven't seen or heard from George in a while. Because he would do like streams of the study rooms, and if he's not going to be there, then I'll probably try to do that this year. Yes, Chin always has very snazzy nails. That is very, very true. But yeah, I'll bring, well, it'll just be my phone. But I'll bring like a tripod mount and everything and try to do a little stream. Maybe we'll do it on the Tuesday late night live from my Ampith in the study room. Just so people can hang out a little bit. Oh, what I could do... is do Discord. I could bring my computer to the study room and then hook my computer. I mean, I can Discord on my phone, but it's easier to do it on the computer. We could do the 24-hour study room on the Discord. That's Lurker Leon. I wonder if Lurker Leon's here today. Hello, Lurker Leon, if you're here. If you're not here, hello when you watch this, if you watch this. Also, question for Lurker Leon, if he's here. Just a yep or a nip. Are you coming to Iampet this year? Are we gonna see you in a couple weeks, Lurker Leon? Or not? Lurker Leon actually came up in conversation 2 weeks ago? Not the Lurker part, but just Leon in general. I was chatting with Dr. Joe, and Lurker Leon came up in conversation. I don't remember why. Because I didn't bring up Leon. Dr. Joe did. But I don't remember why. We'll tell you what, if Leon's not going to be at Iampeth, I will imagine him there. If he is there, I will not imagine him, I will just see him there, like everybody else who's there. See? Thanks, Jay. Thanks for the cosign. Lots of people in here. Lots of people met him. Do. Nope. We could do better. Smoother. Yeah, so we'll plan that. I'll get everything set up. We'll shoot for Tuesday to do late night live, but it won't be on YouTube like this. We'll do it in my Discord. Good night, Jake. See you in a couple weeks. Sleep a lot in the next couple weeks because we got some late nights ahead of us. I'm not teaching and I have no responsibilities this year at Iampet, so I can just hang out and have fun. Well, you'll have to turn your Discord notifications on then. I don't know what time it'll be. It'll be highly dependent on what's going on in the study room. We could potentially set a time, but I never know what things are happening at convention. It's gotta be very pliable. She doesn't use it much, but she's on there. Hey, Jose. Nice to see you too. The Discord has been a little quiet lately. That's my own fault. I have been rather absent from the socials in general lately. My apologies. Working on being more scheduled in the way I do things so I can balance my, we'll call them 3 lives, a little bit easier or better. It's a fun way. I kind of messed up the tail shade, the placement of it, but I like that one. The inspiration for it comes from the shaded Spencerian wine. Well, that's a weird end shade to mess that one up as well, but yeah, it starts way over to like the side, and this like the flat end it's way off angle. What happens, happens, don't stress. Yes, I can. And if I mess it up, I will tell myself, what happens, happens, don't stress. Oh, and you have a capital D in there? Skeet. You're really making me work for it today. You could, I feel like you can turn 2-factor off, can't you, Older Swinny? I never get logged out. Which, Jagruti, that, the Y? Yes. Here, I use a different grip for when I do shaded Spencerian. Technically, I guess by the book, this ending shade is way more going like sideways, but I'd have to rotate my pen a whole lot, or I'd want my paper to be at a much different angle to get that, which, here, I'll write that once. All caps? The W, the H, the D, and the S? I didn't give myself enough room. Would essentially be like that. I think that's very slow. Nice to see you, Zero. Thanks for hanging out. Have a wonderful evening. Or morning, I guess. Right, it's morning for you. Ah, that makes sense. Oh, just Swinny, that makes sense. Alright. Let's write what happens, happens, don't stress. All capitals? Oh. Okay. Oof, I'm rather inconsistent. Have a good night, Marilyn. Sweet dreams. See you next week. Uh-oh. Didn't plan this very well. P's are right in the way of where I need to make my S. What happens, happens. Don't stress. Not the most consistent thing I've ever written. My hairlines kind of went out the window a little bit at one point. But is that something you've been trying to write, Skeet, or is there a specific reason you wanted that written? Thank you very much, Zero. Appreciate that. See you next time. Oh, it's weird looking at my screen, seeing my face on that side. But I think this makes sense. So this is how we will do it from now on. I think. Think. I really like the idea of writing capital G's lately. I don't know why. I like the capital G. Shade is too high. Let's drop it low. Drop it low, shade. Drop it low, shade. Drop it low, shade. Drop it low. That's better. Oh, layout. There's lots of ways you could lay it out. But this is, I guess that's the way I would do it. You would, I think in hindsight, the one other way. I would probably keep the lines this way. What happens, happens. Don't stress. But I would potentially do the D to the left of the W, or directly underneath it, but probably a little bit to the left. And then your S is going to be a little bit more sort of between the T and the H. So you're not going to run into the P issue that I did. I think. I quite like that glorious. With this shade being like super tiny like that, I am a fan. Woohoo, fan! What do we think? I think I'm gonna end the stream there tonight. We're at the 2-hour mark. I think that's a good mark to end on this nice little glorious exit shade. Short and sweet late night live tonight. We will go a long time next week. Next week it's gonna be a special late night live. I don't yet know specifically what we're gonna be doing. I will show, well, here, actually, before I leave, I'm gonna show you guys something for those of you who are coming to IAMPIT, but I'll share it here as well. Because I think in the past I've said I was gonna put this on here and share it. Let me just turn off my ink stirrer and cap my ink so I don't make a mess, because that has happened on stream before. Yeah, I'm taking this to IAMPIT. I'm going to show IAMPIT people, but I will show you guys real quick. It's 2 hours, Ojaswini, I guess. It's been a while since we've done one of our crazy, crazy long streams. But those days will come back again, I have no doubt. My brain is just a little full at the moment, and it is hot. Writing feels weird. Not weird, it's not coming out amazing. 2 hours can't be the shortest live yet. I mean, maybe it is, but oh yeah, well, my stirrer, have you never seen my stirrer, James? Let me show you my stirrer. Do that before I show what I have here. Take the ink off of it. My stirrer is homemade. I made it myself. Let me unplug it. It plugs in just with it's USB powered. There's the cable. Plugs in right there. It is carved out of a solid piece of walnut. And there it is. The jar sits right in there. All nice and perfect. So that's primarily just so it doesn't tip over. And then it's got a leather base. Yeah, super tiny, super light, super easy. And it's, yeah, I mean, I can't hear it. It's whisper quiet. When it's turned on, I can't hear it at all. I'm currently looking into a better source for the power cable that I use for it, because that's where it has speed control, but it runs really, really, really fast. Like the lowest setting it's on is good, but if my ink was like, for this ink, the white ink is pretty thick, so it needs quite a bit of power to keep it stirring. But if I'm using like a more liquidy ink, it can be not the greatest because it's spinning a little bit too fast. So I need to see if I can find some way to slow it down. Then if I get that, then I might potentially start making them or taking custom orders for them. Because technically the wood block could be anything. Now that I know how to make the stirring bit, I just wanted to make this super low profile so that it was just as small, and I didn't want it to take up any space really on my desk, and I've accomplished what I wanted to do. Okay, so this is kind of fun. We've talked about the IAMPIT certificate program before. I can't fit all of this in frame, but I decided to take my certificates and finally put them in like a book. I mean, you could call it a scrapbook, I suppose. Well, that is bright, I suppose. Let's turn this down, shall we? There. It's under plastic, so it's I might take this all the way out. I don't think it's necessary. This is supposed to protect everything when it's traveling in here, but it's kind of annoying. So there's... Can I go this way? Get it in frame? Sort of. Computer back. So I start each page with my Spencerian. What's the word? Certificate of Excellence. And then there's the 3 specimens in my... Oh, it's super glary. Sorry. 3 specimens that I submitted for proficiency level. And then there's Engrosser Script. Excellence in Engrosser Script. And then the 3 levels of with the edit red ink corrections and stuff right on them. They don't do that anymore, but they used to. Engrosser Script, the 3 specimens that I submitted to get proficiency. And then this will be, if I ever get it, this will be excellence in Old English. And then we have the specimens for proficiency in Old English that I got last year. And then my 2 pieces that I submitted this year for proficiency in borders and illumination. That one, this one, which is very not traditional color scheme, but I like it. Silver and hard to see under the... And that's it. That's all that's in here. But people ask me all the time to see them, so especially when we're at conventions, so I figured I would bring them. And then this binder, if I ever make it all the way through, I'll just keep adding to it, and it'll have all of my certificates from the beginning proficiency levels to, who knows, maybe a master one day. Maybe, if that's a thing. Don't know if it will be or not. And that's that. Yes, trying to be organized. I don't have a scrapbook or anything like that to show. I don't have anything else exciting to go through and show you guys. Oh, I have to dig up, I have to find the signature book that I made last year for people to sign this year at IAMBIT. I gotta find that this week. I will track that down. Master Penman, Mike Ward, that'll be fun. Master Penman. What's the reference for Old English? There are 2. Old English, there are 2 levels of proficiency you need, which I didn't know. Because my plan for this year was to do excellence in Old English and proficiency in illumination. But I learned that there is a 2nd level of proficiency that I need in Old English. There's rapid Old English and then retouched Old English. What I have there, what I did was rapid Old English. And now I have to do retouched Old English. I couldn't do it this year because I had already done proficiency in illumination. So I guess next year the plan will be to do proficiency in in retouched Old English, and then potentially, if I have the time and the energy, because it's very time consuming, potentially excellence in borders and illumination. But I have a lot of work and stuff I gotta figure out for that, because that's a whole new world. Not a new world, I've done it before, but it's something that's I have to be careful, because I like to do things that are very non-traditional, which traditional judges aren't always a fan of, specific like color schemes and things like that. So I have to be careful to not go too crazy. But unlike Spencerian, where it's very do this, there's a lot of artistic freedom, but I just can't go too free with my artistic freedom choices. But that's that. Do I have anything else exciting to show? I've shown this on stream before, right? I'm gonna take this to convention as well. The Lego holder. the Lego Bleak. I think I've shown this on stream. You can change all the pieces if you want. You can make it different colors. Just when you can't do the same script specifically because you can only do one proficiency and one excellence. So that's how you can do multiple in once. But you can't do 2 proficiencies or 2 excellences. You can only do 1 proficiency and 1 excellence per year. So there's been years where I just didn't have time, so I only did 1 of a thing. But yeah, you can only do the other ones. It should have been orange and white. I don't have any orange, I guess. I have yellow, like the pieces that I need for the grip. I can change them into whatever. I have yellow ones, red ones, blue ones, white ones, obviously, black ones. That's it. I think I just did the main Lego colors. What's the wooden frame behind me? Oh, just this? It's just a box. Just like a little, like a peach box. Oh, on the top shelf. Wooden frame. I have to look in my camera. Wooden frame, top shelf. Pointing, not there. That thing? It's a box. It's like a toolbox. That's the only wooden thing up there. Other than, I've shown this before, but it sometimes lives on my desk. But this is my favorite thing I've ever carved. This is my ink jar holder. Eventually, I think I have to make even a bigger one of these and make it, how much bigger would it have to be to make it also be an ink stirrer? That would be cool. But yeah, that's my ink jar holder. Little bowler hat. And the best part about it is that little oh so satisfying magnetic closure. Yeah. Quite happy with how that one turned out. Anyways, this turned into show and tell. Didn't intend to show and tell. I was just going to show that binder real quick because I'm going to take that to iAmpeth because people ask me all the time to see those certificates. Do I have anything else to show? I don't think so. Shout out to my sister who made me a crocheted bad pylon stuffy. Makes me very happy. He's awesome. Bad pylon, bad pylon. Anyways, I'm just wasting time now. I should go. If I'm not gonna write, I should get off the stream. I probably won't bring... I brought the bowler hat once in the past. I probably won't bring the bowler ink jar holder just because I get nervous traveling with it, that it's gonna break. I will be bringing my ink stirrer, because it's USB powered, so I can plug it into just like a USB battery, like a phone charger, so it can sit for the late night. I want to use Walker's black paper, and I think I gotta... Oh, Walker's not gonna be there. Dang. Well, anyways, I'm gonna bring some black paper so I never write with white in the study room because I like having a stirrer. So I'll bring my stirrer. But I probably won't bring anything breakable this year. I get nervous that things break. Like, I've broken boulders before. This wasn't broken at iAmpeth. It was broken in Hong Kong. But I get nervous of breaking my things because I'm not as careful as I should be with them when I'm traveling and packing and all that kind of stuff. But I have brought all of it to a convention in the past when I made them. If I make anything new, maybe I'll bring something new. But I don't think I'll make anything new in the next couple weeks. Unlikely. Too busy. Speaking of being too busy, I need to get off this stream because I'm just chatting and wasting time. I like chatting with you guys. I haven't seen you guys in a while. It was a long a whole long break, and then I was only back for like 1 week, and then gone again for a long time. Next week, long stream next week. We'll hit the black light next week, so plan for that. Sleep lots on Monday so you can stay up on Tuesday, or wake up early, or whatever you have to do. But good night, everybody. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. As always, make sure that you are falling in love with the process, and don't forget that life should be just a bit of silliness, really. Bye-bye.